So howdy, I'm doing an update. Been a little while. I am driving home right now. It got to 108 degrees here in Utah. We live on the bench of mountain, so it can get cooler and hotter where we're at. Because we're on the east side, we tend to get the sun hits our home a lot longer, and it's it gets extremely hot here because the sun's on us longer. But anyway, so recently I had a close friend pass away. She was one of my best friends that I could talk to about anything, and she was a baby. She was only 31. I mean, okay, she had lived a little bit of life, but she left behind a child, an orphan, because the child's father had passed away just a few years before. This friend of mine, we used to talk a lot, and she'd come to my house or call me on the phone, and I don't know, I really enjoyed her because she was so positive. No matter all the shiz that was happening in her life, she was always just so upbeat and positive. Her thing she always would say was, "You can do this. You can do this. Or you got this. You got this." And once in a while, when things were going kind of, bad for her as well, she'd say, "We got this, right? We got this." She got diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver last month, and came to my house to tell me, and I was pretty naive about what that was exactly. I knew it was bad, and she said that it was bad, but she seemed really depressed. She was really down. She had a drinking problem. She's addicted to drinking. She's an alcoholic, quite a severe one, and she already has a couple pre-existing issues, like with her pancreas and liver and kidneys and stuff, kind of like what I do. But when you have diseases like that, you're not supposed to drink, period. She drank anyway. And she was just up and down. I felt like she was finally starting to try to get a handle on it. Even though she wouldn't go to rehab, she really needed it. But she just flat out refused. I tried to be there for her for everything, And then, she found out that I was moving. I just lived a few houses up from her. And so it was really convenient for us to be able to, be really good friends because we were so close. And not just in distance, but also, we just really connected really well. And I just loved her. And she loved me, We needed each other. It was an interesting thing because it wasn't just one needing the other primarily, like a lot of relationships go. We needed each other, and we were there for each other. She was a huge support for me, and I tried to be for her as well. When she found out I was married, she was just so depressed, and then with that diagnosis, I think that just pushed her over the top. She drank again, and then all of a sudden she's in the hospital, and I didn't know it. It was on the weekend that I was moving, and on the same weekend that my daughter was having major knee surgery. And then all of a sudden, she wasn't answering my texts or my calls, and I'm like, this is not like her. And so I'm like, what's wrong? What's going on? And her sister finally texted me and said, Camille just passed away from liver failure. And I knew what that meant, and it shattered me. I felt like it was a way of her committing suicide without actually doing something violent, I believe that taking drugs and drinking, anything like that can cause serious problems when you know it's going to do that. And you have an addiction, and you have depression, and you know that it's potentially lethal to take them. I know that when you do that, well, not that I know, I just feel like when you do something like that it's a way of committing suicide. I believe that she said, I can't do this anymore. I can't. Cirrhosis of the liver means there's no coming back from that. Your liver's done. It's just a matter of time. And so I just, my heart's just broken. And what was really cool though was day before yesterday, my husband and I were out, and I felt drawn to go to Target, which is so weird. So I go to Target and I come across this sign that says, "You've got this." And I just about died. I mean, it made me cry, and I had to buy it. I had to. It was like she directed me there herself and said, "Here's something for you, Lisa. I know you're going through some stuff. Life is hard, but you've got this." It was seriously like her speaking from the grave. I just want to speak to all of you who feel like there's not much left to live for. There's always more to live for. There's always more. Don't give up. Even if you feel like you're at the end of your rope, don't give up. You're loved by somebody. Somebody needs you. I need you, Camille. Why did you go? Why did you do that? Why?